Hello fans of Marvel heroes and friends of my channel. Welcome to another episode of Q&A. My name is Wilfred and so this is going to be a very short video on the web store. One of you have asked me if I could talk a little bit about what is worth to buy inside. Thanks Dash for your question. And also I'm doing some spring cleaning before the big update on the the stuff that I've been stashing for a while. And one of the artifacts is called the Kevlar plated helmet, which, as per my number crunching a while ago, it should be rather decent because 92% is roughly around the top tier version. But I want to make sure of it again because sometimes the game change and sometimes some mechanic change as well. I want to make sure that things are fine. And so this video is just a very short video on this and that. All right. So now, if you have one of these artifact, which a lot of them have dropped during the another Civil War event, it's a really nice artifact. It gives you a crit. It also gives you the +3 fighting as well. And I want to know whether this +3 fighting has any cooldown kind of like a penalty to it, because some of the attribute will only be proc for 5 seconds and there will be like a hidden 10-second or 15-second cooldown. It wasn't the case before, but I just want to make sure. But how do you also make sure on some of these items? Because this is just an example and I would like to show you how you do it, right? So first of all, very important, you have to reset your Omega system because I want to observe this fighting here, 7, whether it will increase to 3 and 10, and it will maintain at 10. So that is my goal. So I reset all my Omega system. I took down the gear that may proc the attribute, like this Power Cosmic gear that will proc the attribute. This one will also proc the attribute, and this one also proc the +2 fighting as well. So I want to take down all this gear that affect my results. So another thing I do usually to just take a basic power. I don't want to worry about spirit in this kind of experiment. I want to see that when I create, the fighting should be increased to +10, and I would like to see whether it can maintain or not. So so you see that once it proc is +10, and I think as I speak, it will just keep procking, and So in this example, I can verify that it may take about 1 or 2 seconds for me to proc it, but once I proc it in a continuous manner, it should maintain as it is. So to me, it is still a rather good artifact to keep, and I would like to, right now it's a spring cleaning season, so I'm going to go through all my heroes, all my ranged hero, and see which one of them can use one of these guys instead. All right, so that is really my goal. Now, back to the question on the web store, I'm more than happy to answer that question. I've been to a lot of MMOs. I think I've been to free-to-play as well as subscription-based as well. Now, free-to-play MMO usually have in-store items, in-game items, and it's a good thing as well because at the end of the day, all this doesn't really come free, and all this is supposed to enhance your experience playing the game, and it's all right. I mean, it's all right. We get what we pay for, most of the time in life. So I personally usually buy the stash in game because those something that I need to keep my items, be as a hero stash or the general stash. I have that, and maybe the first thing to talk about is the gold here, because you could add gold. The more you buy, the bigger the bundle, the package, the more discount it is. So bear in mind. But I know some of you may not have a lot of money every month to spend on the game, so you just top up as when you need. Like for example, you need that costume, top up 10,000 gold, or so on and so forth. That's totally cool as well. There are many opportunities whereby they have a gold G discount, like I've seen it before, rather decent kind of like percentage to it. So I usually look out for those scenarios for me to pick up some extra gold if I need to. But there's also another thing called this thing will turn gold again if you get the coupon. So when you log into a game every day, you draw a card. So one of them will have a chance to give you a coupon. A coupon will give you a discount on the gold as well, on top of whatever discount they have, I believe. I've heard it maybe 25% or 50%, 75% up to 90%. I think the 90% is going to be rather rare. So I think 75% is something quite reasonable to me, because I buy games in Steam, right? So I usually, my threshold is about if a game that I really like, I go for 50% discount. If a game that I sort of like, I like but I can wait a while, I go for 75% discount. So I've been providing a lot of feedback to the forum in the past that why can't we do something like a Steam kind of like a discount, because that's the thing that drives people crazy, right? You see 75% discount, it's like, whoa, hang on a second, I have to buy something, right? So what this game lacking is the kind of like a huge discount that can propel people to really buy something. So I'm quite happy that they listened, and I think the implementation is rather nice as well. Rather than going through a Steam, which is Steam will cut, I guess, they do it in game here. Have a chance that you get your coupon. And I believe the coupon has validity to it. I read it from a forum that sometimes the coupon will disappear when you log out and so on. So I don't know. My suggestion is that as and when you have the coupon there, maybe just use it if you need it. Need to top some G. By the time you log out, there may be a chance that you lose your coupon. I don't think the support people will entertain that from what I read in the forum. All right, so just something to talk about. Now, out of all the MMO I've played, the free-to-play as well as subscription-based, I think Marvel Heroes has one of the most rich store that we have, and it's a good thing because at the end of the day, we want to spend money buying something that we want. So that go without saying, if you are still unlocking heroes and if you don't want to buy the bundles, be it as the advanced pack or the hero bundle, then the all these are an option. I would only buy this during the 50% discount, not even buy one get one free, because buy one get one free, you don't know what the other one is and you take a chance, right? Why take a chance? So I'll wait until there is a 50% discount, then I'll just buy some of these heroes I'm still collecting. But that is just my approach to it. I know I've talked to some of these friends, right? Some of my friends, whom's from the Diablo 2 kind of era. To them, it's like they don't mind like $50 US to buy a weapon, or $100 US to buy a weapon. They say, yeah, I'll do it because it saved me time. And this is exactly the same thing that sometimes people are going for, right? They want to buy something and it save the time to store the Eternal Splinter to unlock. So you can get Eternal Splinter, but this video is really about when you want to spend your money, what you spend on. So here's one. Costume, man. I mean, I think some of these costumes are really, really nice. And it does enhance the whole experience of the playing as well, because I know firsthand sometimes when I prestige a hero, get a new costume, I actually feel happier to play if the costume is well made, right? So, but then costume doesn't come cheap as well. $950 to me is a $9.50 US dollar, or if you take some G discount here and there, still it's about $8 to $9. It's rather expensive. So I too will wait for the 50% discount, not the buy one get one free, because the other one I may or may not want, but the 50% discount, then I think it's rather okay, because if you think about it, it's $450 or $425, $475, sorry, for costume. It's more or less like a cup of coffee if you go to Starbucks and so on. So I say, well, I mean, I would, if there's something I really want to see, I want to buy, because the default costume doesn't look good, I'll go for it. So it's something to think about. They have something called the variant as well. Sometimes you don't really see here. So costume wise, they have the variant costume that like I think it's like even Star-Lord, they have one that with his headphones. So it's something like the costume that you have here, but it's slightly different. And of course, they have the chase costume as well, which I collect quite a fair bit, like the Black Widow, the white color one. And the Cyclops, there's one that is the Phoenix Force. So there's a lot of very nice costume, but those they say they will never drop the price. So chase costume, they only come up once in a while, never change the price. But what I really wish the Gazillion to do is to refresh some of this visual update, because some of them is really old and dated. It's really not nice anymore, and you pay top dollars for that. Yeah. Now items, I will not really go through too much on this one, because I would like to go for bundles. If you have money, and if you want to enhance your experience in playing the game, this one is rather short in a sense. I mean, some of these boosts only last for like a couple of hours and so on. So 2 hours for this one and so on. So And buying one by one, I think is rather expensive. But then again, it's your buying pattern. Some people like to, I buy it, I play, I use it, I play it, and after that, next time I log in again, I may buy it again, right? So it depends on your pattern. But what is good here, not even this one, I'll tell you why, because there's actually a bundle as well. So there are some pads there. I thought these are quite nice pads. Again, there are pads discount, 50% discount. Wait until that happens. I actually gifted this one to one of my friends for his birthday, and the Herbie, there are quite a number of versions around. Head pull is rather interesting as well, and there's quite a number of them. Yeah, I'm being featured inside as well. Yeah, you can get me the old version of me. Yeah. Well, anyway, why did I say that? Don't need to buy this one, and don't need to buy this one. I mean, these kind of things are very much legacy items. But I think here in this tab, only the pad that you may want. Maybe you want to get the stash as well, the mobile stash. It could be rather interesting and useful, right? As for team up, team up again is something that is a very personal choice, because some like team up, some don't. I personally only okay on team up because I don't really see what the team up is doing most of the time. But team up to me is just to help me soak up some of the damage coming in, as well as help me to distract some of these mobs so that it won't be all on my hero, and just allow me to play some of the harder content. That's what team ups are for me. I don't really have a strong inclination of some of this, like must have, definitely need to have, because I'm a fan. Yeah, I mean, I just not really have the card, but I understand some of you may want to buy. Again, buy during the 50% discount. Cards wise, there are various different cards, very different costume. I think this is one that very. I know some people spend hundreds of dollars trying to collect some of the costume through some of these cards, but whatever you do here, man, I mean, it is a very slippery slope in some sense that once you start buying, you probably have to continue buying until you get that costume. And from what I've heard, this kind of thing doesn't come very often, and I think it may take like be prepared that each costume you may pay $50 to $75 for it. So I think it's not really worth it. But then again, some of you are really rich, so maybe that's what is for you. Now, the last two tabs is one that I would like to talk about. Special is something that they usually put in feature as one of those like a new item, new release, and so on. They put it there. Not all the time it's a special, and the the one that I really want to talk about is the bundles, because that is where the things get interesting. I think if you want something value for money, if you have some kind of like a spare cash to spend, I think bundle is somewhere that you may want to take a look into. Cards, I don't want to talk too much about it, because it just this is like $50 to get a box of 72, and you probably get one costume out from it. But if you're lucky, you may get more. Hero bundle is always pretty decent, because it gives you the what I value. I don't really value extra costume, because sometimes the costume I may or may not like the second one. Usually, from Gazillion, the third costume and beyond are pretty decent, from my experience. But if the second costume is something that you like, then it's something that it may worthwhile to get a bundle. But what is good about bundle to me would be the stash. Not even the cards. The cards to me are pretty useless, and a booster. But it's the stash itself. So do your maths. A hero may cost 750 gold. A stash is another 300 gold. So it's like and you really have to like the costume to unlock it with bundle, I think. All right. So just something to think about. Do your mathematics. Different hero have different pricing to it. So I think it's 120, right? No, sorry, 750. I'm not quite entirely sure. But do your maths and understand whether it is a second costume you're buying or just a hero and a stash. Then you may want to debundle it. All right. Then sometimes they have this team up thingy, also could be quite worthwhile, but it's again, if you can't wait, go for it. But if you can wait, then I'll go for a 50% discount. What is interesting is that the ultimate token upgrade. This is very interesting. I think you should be able to upgrade one by one. So I don't think you have to upgrade all 19 in one go. I haven't bought this one yet. Probably I will test it in the test center. But this one affect the ultimate power, so it make your ultimate cooldown shorter as well as it hit harder. And and right now it affect the signature as well, make your signature better. I do not know after the hero update this coming October, November, what exactly will happen to the signature component. I know that they will maintain the ranks of the ultimate, so your ultimate still will have a shorter cooldown, hit harder. Not entirely sure whether it will buff the signature as of today or not. But it's something that if you want the ultimate progression of your hero, just for someone who want to complete the whole journey, and don't mind paying the $25 for it, yeah, I mean, it is for you. But personally, I would say, I would just pick the hero that I want, do the armor event, get those like one point. But then again, you know, my video here is for those who have the money to blow and see which one you want to purchase, right? So that is from my perspective. Now, the boost bundle is the one that I'd like to give some time on. Now, there are two types of boosts. One is the one that boosts, the more you eat, the more duration, the longer duration will become. So for example, I'll give you an example. Example is that say the eye boost, right? So eye boost is a stackable duration. So each boost lasts 6 hours and you get all this benefit. So if you take 2 of them, then you get 12 hours. I suggest don't take too much at the same time because you never know server restart what will happen. I know by right you should stay, but you don't want to lock a ticket all the time when something happens, right? So some of them is like that. Another thing, some other type would be like the Avenger. Okay, so there's another type that would be very much depending on the duration itself. So okay, this is good. So this one is the duration is 4 hours, but the more you buff yourself, the higher the percentage go. But it's not a double of it. So if you have one buff is 100%, 2 buff is not 200%, it's only 150. So there's a diminishing return. So you have to eat 5 buff to get 200%. That could be rather costly. Again, if money is not an issue, then you shouldn't even think about that. Now, but what is the good thing about all these boosts is that you can actually overlap them. Majority of it. So for example, things like the this one, the boost blowout bundle, right? This is the one that you could potentially overlap quite a lot of them to make your hero super boosted. All these boosts are so-called client-side boost. What it really means is that it boosts on your end. If you see all the stats here, some of these stats that you can already observe, like the bonus XP, credit fine, special item fine, rare item fine, those are client boost. From time to time, there will be a server event that would say they will give you another 100% of the XP and so on. Those are multiplied. So I would eat the boost when I know that the server side boost is huge. So there are some event that has pretty good server side boost, especially towards the tail end of the event. So do observe those, and it's a time for you to pop. But then again, if money is not an issue, then it doesn't matter when it is. But that is what I would propose. So back to the bundle itself, which bundle are for what? I personally wouldn't dwell too much into some of these like iridium boost and so on. So the philosophy is this, right? Some of these last for 2 hours and so on and so forth, and it is not really that high of the boost itself. So you can almost think that the higher the boost, the more it will cost, because this is about time saving. If you can accomplish more in a shorter time, you have to pay more for it. So apply that to your general philosophy when you decide which one to get. To give you an example, like if you go to the iBoost bundle, 10 of them, and you'll get 150% experience gain, lasts for 6 hours. So you can multiply this together, get a rough estimate of if you convert that to absolute 150 XP extra, then for 6 hours you get another 900 XP extra. Just for that unit of measure, doesn't really matter. But just compared to this one, Summer Boost, it only gives you 4 hours, but it's 200. So the other buff 6 hours, but in the end you'll collect like another extra 900 XP unit or measure, whatever you call it. But here you only get 800, so it's less. But then because it's time save, right? You can accomplish in 4 hours versus something that you accomplish in 6 hours, right? So again, if time is of the essence, then you may say, wow, summer boost is better than the iBoost. But if you're looking for a little bit of value as well, then iBoost is actually of a higher value because you play the game anyway. But if you don't mind it, you can have that. And you could overlap something like that. Like for example, Spring Candy is the one that will give the credit as well. So for some that want a little bit more credit, kill a lot of trash mob, that is a very good thing to have. So it's 10 of them stackable, lasts for 17 minutes. But the other one is actually a stackable one that you can have a higher, like up to 40 credit with the 5 buff. So when you decide, always go along that line. Now, what would I recommend though? Now, in this game, I feel that you only need 2 things. Right? I only need 2 things when I want to throw money at the Gazillion. One is OD Mark. Another one is the XP, when I was still grinding for the Omega point. So whatever I buy, usually I go along that side. Now, the only OD marked worthy bundle is this one here. Alright, so this one lasts you 2 hours. It's rather expensive, by the way, but it drops you quite a fair bit of OD mark when you just you don't need a complete legendary. It's really a waste of your boost. You basically rush all the bosses. You go to the patrol zone, you kill all the bosses, you get extra OD mark, and that is good. So it's something that I think you should be going for. I think during the Cosmic Chaos event is a double drop. So double drop also would probably affect this one. I read that they try to normalize it across the event so that not everybody is just like rushing for the Odin boost during the Cosmic Chaos. But do experiment yourself, and I would, if I had to do it, I would do it during the Cosmic Chaos event, probably during the Monday Madness in Cosmic Midtime Patrol when there's a lot more people, because this one only worth it when there are a lot of people killing mobs with you. If you are the one who solo it or just with 1 or 2 friends, then may not worth it because it takes so long to kill one boss, and it just doesn't seem right. Then again, it's something that you get extra drop rate and a little bit of the rare item farm, special item farm, which is always good. Another thing that I would like to recommend is that it's either this one or that one for XP. If I want to buy, I probably go for the this is hard to say, because 150 I probably go for the iBoost for the experience gain during the service size boosted. But if I feel a little bit richer, then say, well, maybe I should do the other one instead. But there's something for you to think about. Now, would I recommend things like the Eternal boost? You saw my video, right? I go for gear farming, so I go for boss. I don't kill trash mob. Seriously. I heard that this only worked. The Eternal Splinter, they changed the algorithm. Don't quote me, but from my experience and from some of my friends' experience so far, is that instead of like AFK for 7 minutes, you go in Q1 trash mob, you loot the Splinter, come back out again and do it. I think you have to keep a certain number of mob count before the Splinter is eligible to drop. And for those who rush boss, it's bad news because you spend a lot of time killing boss, not killing trash, and the Splinter just won't drop. So for me, for example, I spend a half an hour playing Cosmic High Town, I only get 1 Splinter, right? So when that thing, how is this going to help me? I don't think so. So it's only for those of you who like to kill trash mobs. Maybe there's some cow level, there's a lot of trash mob. Maybe some of the danger room, there's a lot of trash mob like the dupe thingy. I don't know, but or the dupe training portal is a lot of trash mob. So those may be useful, but I personally wouldn't throw my money at them to earn the token to unlock heroes. I may as well unlock the hero that I want using cash if I have money to buy booster, right? Then there are a couple of other things like the Avenger one. If you have friends of 4 or 5, all of them have one of these boosts, then it's rather nice as well. It it has a pretty nice, decent XP, rare item find and special item find boost that lasts for 2 hours. That's not bad really for 200%. And but that's only if you have a group of friends who do that. As for the rest of it, I don't really I wouldn't really separate it in a sense. But just take a look at that. If I may just highlight, I know there's a lot of things here. The boost blowout bundle is for those of you who want to overlap the boost to give you the ultimate boost. Multiply with the server bonus. That's what I would advise. And that's it. then it's either boost or XP through one of these, like either this one or that one, the summer boost or the eye boost. If you credit, I really don't think so, because you can exchange unique for credit chests anyway, so I wouldn't like blow my money on that. And the Odin boost is something that is rather nice as well. There's something bounty hunter as well. Bounty hunter, no, it's really to boost your special and rare as well. So yeah, and there's one that I'd like to talk about, the patrol. Yeah, so this is one that's also rather interesting. For those who have seen the jackpot, it's rather nice though, because it does give you like the cosmic upgrade token as well. Bless you. That's my wife. Cosmic upgrade token. So you may want to invest in it, but my only kind of like not really like it is because it doesn't give me the in Cosmic Hightown. There's no such thing, because that Cosmic Hightown is the one that has good loots. The other two doesn't really have the challenge point bonus. I mean, even all the jackpot in MM and ICP, I don't really keep those, because all the unit has no challenge point. But anyhow, I hope this is useful for those who want a more in-depth understanding on what the store have for you, and do share your experience with the friends here as well, because I know some of you may have also purchased some of these items in store. What is worthwhile or not, you can feel free to share. My channel is very friendly. I'm very blessed with a lot of you who are very friendly to each other as well. So do help out each other, share experience. All right, see you next time. Goodbye.